Good morning everyone and welcome to the fourth day of the second test match between New Zealand and the West Indies here at Edgbaston in Birmingham. New Zealand are in quite a dominant position. They are 91 without loss in their second innings. They lead by 235 runs in a match that if they win, they will be champions of the Y50 Test Match Championship 2020. The mighty West Indies, well, they certainly need to turn things around if they want to get back into this series. They'll be looking for early wickets this morning, but this pitch is getting lower and slower and flatter. We join the action now as Joel Garner bowls the first ball of the day to New Zealand's captain, Stephen Fleming. This could be a very important day for the West Indies. Played out to Sobers, that's extra cover. Oh, that was a wild throw, but Dujon was able to reel it in. It's been a slow start this morning from New Zealand, but they have brought up the 100 partnership. Oh, he's hit the stumps direct, but Glenn Turner is certainly safe. The lead is now past 250. Oh, that's better from Glenn Turner. The straight drive down the ground and the first boundary of the day. Fleming has swung that one away through forward square leg, and that will be 4. Andy Roberts to start his 15th over. Run down to third man. Oh, that's beaten the fielder and will run away for 4. Oh, that's a beautiful piece of timing from Stephen Fleming as he looks to pick up the run rate. And that will be yet another 50 for Glenn Turner. He continues to deliver the goods for New Zealand. On the pads, and that will be 4 more. A beautiful shot through forward square leg. In the air and straight to mid-off. Oh, that's an important wicket for the West Indies. Glenn Turner looking to get on with it. Courtney Walsh with his big bucket hands had no problem with the catch, and Turner is out. Court Walsh bowled Ambrose for 55, and New Zealand are 139 for 1. Kane Williamson, the new man at the crease for New Zealand. A big appeal from Courtney Walsh, but that ball surely would have hit Kane Williamson outside the line of off stump. And that will be lunch on day 4. New Zealand actually finding scoring quite difficult in that session. They only managed 59 runs. They are 150 for 1. The lead is 294. Let's have a look at the scorecard. Glenn Turner, the only batsman out in that session for 55. Stephen Fleming is playing rather well. He is on 85 not out and joined by Kane Williamson on 5 not out. 5 bowlers used for the West Indies. Just the 1 wicket falling for Curtly Ambrose. Oh, there's that quicker bouncer that Roberts can bowl. Flew over Fleming's right shoulder. And a play and a miss from Kane Williamson. The West Indies are doing well to keep New Zealand's scoring rate down. The lead has only just crept past 300, but that's a lovely piece of timing from Stephen Fleming. That will certainly release the shackles. Williamson swings this one across the line, wide a bit on, and that will be 4. Joel Garner to start a new over. Fleming on 97. Oh, that's a good shot. That's raced away to the boundary, and that will complete a fantastic century for Stephen Fleming. Oh, he's got that into the gap, Williamson. That will be 4 more. Pulled away, that's just wide of fine leg and will be 4 more for Kane Williamson. New Zealand have a very good foundation from which to launch. Oh, that's an expansive shot from Kane Williamson and that will bring up the 200. Wrapped on the pad, a big appeal from Andy Roberts. The umpire says, yes, that's out. That was a tired shot from Stephen Fleming, falling over his front pad. That ball hit him in line. It would have crashed into the stumps, and he is out. LBW to Roberts for a fantastic captain's innings of 104, and New Zealand are 200 for 2. The lead is now past 350 for New Zealand. Oh, that's a good ball from Andy Roberts. Oh, that will be out surely. Curtly Ambrose appeals. The umpire says, yes, that was an easy decision. Martin Crowe trapped on the crease. They hit him right in front of middle stump, and he is out. LBW to Curtly Ambrose for 5, and New Zealand are 210 for 3. Ross Taylor, the new man for New Zealand. First ball backs away, gives himself some room, and slaps it away for 4. That's a great shot. Oh, he's very quick to pick up anything, even slightly short. Kane Williamson, that's a fantastic pull shot for 4. Oh, that's beautifully timed and will be 4 more. Played out to the man at deep cover, and that will be the second half century in the match for Kane Williamson. Certainly a welcome return to form. Oh, that's a great shot from Ross Taylor, pulling Curtly Ambrose in front of square for 4. Time for a cup of tea on day 4. New Zealand increasing the scoring rate in that session. They've extended the lead up to 381, currently 237 for 3. Let's have a look at the scorecard. Stephen Fleming out in that session for a brilliant 104. Kane Williamson is at the crease on 50 not out, and he is joined by Ross Taylor on 15 not out. While the West Indies are obviously trying to slow New Zealand down as much as possible, they are struggling for wickets on this pitch, which is not giving them much assistance at all. Curtly Ambrose has 2 wickets, 2 for 64 for him, and 1 for 53 for Andy Roberts. Oh, Taylor wasn't in control of that one, but that's going to run away for 4 more. Oh, that's a beautiful pick-up shot from Kane Williamson into that gap, a wicket for 4, and that brings up the 250 for New Zealand. The lead is past 400 now. Oh, that's a lovely piece of timing off the hip from Kane Williamson, and that will be 4 more. Punched away forward a point that will run away to the boundary, and that's 4 more for Ross Taylor. Cries of catch, but they didn't quite carry to Richards at short mid-wicket. This is still a very flat pitch, and a rare one past the outside edge. It looks like Stephen Fleming wants to take this game out of reach for the West Indies. That's a lovely shot down the ground for Kane Williamson. That will be 4 more. That's a big shot down the ground from Ross Taylor. Is that 6? No, 1 bounce for 4. He's certainly putting his foot down on that accelerator pedal. Carved away on the offside. There's a man out there, but it's just wide and has gone for 4 more. Well, maybe the declaration is coming soon. Pass to Jean. The West Indies looking very tight out there. 4 byes to the total. A half-hearted appeal from Joel Garner. That ball would have almost certainly pitched outside the line of leg stump. Edged, but there's no one in the slips. And that's another single for New Zealand. Well, that's a lovely piece of timing from Taylor. That's run away for 4 more. And that's out. Yes, Kane Williamson looking to force the pace. He could only offer back a simple return catch, and he is out. Caught and bowled Roberts for 75, and New Zealand to 298 for 4. Struck on the pad. Joel Garner appeals, but the umpire says no, that is going down the leg side. Watling's off the mark straight away. In fact, that's going to run away for 4 and bring up the 300 for New Zealand. Oh, and that will be 4 as well. Same ball, same shot, same result. The lead is now past 450. Oh, that's out. That's gone straight through BJ Watling. A nice piece of bowling from Andy Roberts. And BJ Watling is out. Bowled Roberts for 9. And New Zealand to 308 for 5. Chris Cairns now comes out into the middle. Was there a little inside edge on that? The umpire says yes, there was. Chris Cairns sacrificing his wicket for the team, and he is out. Court Dujon, bowled Garner for 2, and New Zealand to 311 for 6. Surely the declaration isn't far away. The Tories punch the one out towards the deep point boundary, and it's gone all the way for 4. Smash down the ground, and that will be 4 more. And there's the declaration for New Zealand. They finish on 319 for 6. Let's have a look at the scorecard. That's been another quality batting performance from New Zealand. A century from their captain Stephen Fleming with 104, 75 for Kane Williamson, 55 for Glenn Turner, and 49 not out for Ross Taylor. The West Indies, well, they were always behind the 8 ball after not being able to take some early wickets, looking to contain New Zealand as much as anything and not really searching for wickets. But Andy Roberts finished with the best figures. He has 3 for 81 and 2 for 64 for Curtly Ambrose, 1 for 88 for Joel Garner, no wickets for Courtney Walsh, Garfield Sobers, or the part-time medium pace of Clive Lloyd. And so, if the West Indies want to win this match, they will need to score 464 runs in 101 overs. Of course, this is still quite a good pitch for batting, and the West Indies have Lara, Richards and Sobers in their side. You can see perhaps why Stephen Fleming has left this declaration a little bit late. New Zealand, they need to take 10 wickets. If they can do that, they will win this match, win this series, and be crowned champions of the Y50 Test Match Championship 2020. Gordon Greenwich and Desmond Haynes are out in the middle for the West Indies with a difficult 11-over session to negotiate. Oh, that's been absolutely spanked away to the boundary. That's 4. Played up and over the gully, and that will be 4 runs for Desmond Haynes. It wasn't that short from Richard Hadley, but Greenwich was onto that like a flash. Edged, and what a fantastic catch from Stephen Fleming at first slip. Tim Southey has the early wicket that New Zealand were looking for, and Desmond Haynes is gone. Caught Fleming, bowled Southey for 10, and the West Indies are 26 for 1. 2 balls left in the day now. An inside edge over leg stump and down to fine leg for 4. And that will be stumps on day 4. The West Indies unable to get through that tricky little period unscathed. They are 31 for 1. Desmond Haynes, the batsman, out in that evening session. Beautifully caught from Stephen Fleming, who's having a fantastic day for 10. Gordon Greenwich and Brian Lara are the 2 batsmen at the crease. 2 bowlers used for New Zealand, just the 1 wicket for Tim Southey. And so what an exciting day we have in store tomorrow. The West Indies would have to score at 4.8 runs and over if they were to win this match. Not impossible with Brian Lara at the crease and Richards and Sobers to come. But New Zealand will be looking for those 9 wickets. If they can take those 9 wickets, they will win the match, win the series, and be crowned champions. That's it from us. Do join us tomorrow for the final day of this Test match, and bye for now.